Namaste, I'm the Queen of Cups Montreal. This week's reading features the Earth Magic Oracle, and my hope is it will help inform your rituals and intentions for the Wolf Moon on the 28th. At this point, I invite you to pick the deck or crystal which resonates strongest for you. In the video description, you will find links for my spiritual services, my Etsy store for healing crystals, and my social media. You will also find timestamps for your chosen reading, which you can use to navigate the video. Thank you for joining me. Please like and share. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell for notifications for future readings. As always, love all and harm none. This includes yourself.
Namaste, Carnelian group. Thank you so much for joining me. As I mentioned in the introduction, this reading is about the full moon in Leo and what energies to expect. And it may be used to help you form your full moon rituals or set your full moon intentions. Position number 1 is, what are you empowered with under this full moon in particular? What is your power? What is your greatest strength right now? And this is very fitting for the full moon. This is the completion card. And this is the full moon card. So your greatest gift right now is to be able to bring everything together, assimilate all that you've learned, all that you felt, all that you've experienced since the new moon. And it should also help you to look forward and with a more complete or a higher perspective going forward. So your greatest power under this full moon is really the ability to assimilate all your experiences and look from a higher perspective about what's to expect going forward. So this would be a great time to plan, to goal set. And of course, the full moon's always a good time to release anything that's no longer serving you and to realign your plans with what you've experienced already. So position number 2 is, what belief or situation no longer serves you? And that can also help you do your release ceremony for the full moon. Here we have the Wolf card, and it could be that you feel all alone, or you feel like you're alienated or alone. What belief, situation, or relationship no longer serves you? It's interesting that this will be the Wolf moon, the first full moon of the new year. And here we have the Wolf card. So what belief or situation or relationship no longer serves you? It could be an attitude that you're all on your own, or it could be an inability to trust your own instincts and to trust your own abilities and to have faith in yourself. So whether you're channeling the wolf in a bad way or channeling the wolf in a good way, ask yourself, what are your resources? And what is available to you? Who is available to you? And if that's your instincts, then honor them, listen to them, heed them. If that's relationships that are around you that are supportive and you're not clinging to them, then definitely let go of your idea that you are alone. Position number 3 is, in what area do you need to take more risks? So here we're getting somewhat of a picture, but stay tuned for when I summarize all the cards together, because that could always change their meaning somewhat. So what area do you need to take more risks? I feel like you need to get moving. You need to get active. I feel like you're not putting yourself out there in innovative and creative ways. So what way do you need to take risks? By risking, by taking your energy and putting something out, by creating. By the element of air and wind is innovative, creative, transformative. Maybe there's an area in which you need to make changes, or you've been longing to make changes, but you've been too afraid. So definitely focus on the element of air and allow yourself to transition, transform, and create. Bring something from within out into the world. Creation is such a healing process. And I know you have beautiful gifts and ideas that you can share with the world. Position number 4 is, what areas require a creative solution or response? In what areas can you use this creativity of the energy of wind and find a solution or an answer that you've yet to acknowledge or realize? And it's like, now that we're at the beginning of the new year, isn't it a good idea to try and be a little bit innovative and put things to bed? I feel like there's a solution or a response you're looking for, but what you actually need to do is be creative about how you approach that solution or response. So that sounds a little convoluted. What I'm saying is that perhaps you're looking at things logically or through reason, through the mental functioning, but you need to be looking at it more spiritually. You need to be looking at the solution more emotionally, from a more emotional or spiritual context. This is where you need to be a little bit more creative or think outside the box. And I believe that here with the Vision Quest card, you need to go within. With the Desert card, you need to go within and explore what your inner truths are. Yes, you're smart. Yes, you're intelligent. You have that insight, that intellectual insight, but you need to seek a little bit more spiritually. So we're just going to clarify position number 2, because I felt like it could go both ways. I just wanted to see what the wolf had in store, what belief or situation or relationship no longer serves you. So I just wanted to take a look at that. So movement. So in this case, I feel like, yes, trust your instincts, go one foot in front of the other, let your intuition and your instincts flow. There's an inability sometimes to trust your instincts and trust your intuition, and I feel like you could really benefit for that. So I'm going to summarize, and then I'm going to give you a message from Spirit about an area that requires you to open your heart. So position number 1 is, what is your power under the full moon? It's a higher perspective. It's the ability to assimilate and understand all the information you've learned since the full moon, or all of 2020, since the new moon, or all of 2020. Position number 2 is, what belief or situation no longer serves you? It's a distrust in your instincts and in your intuition. The answers are within you. Position number 3 is, what area do you need to take more risks in actually living out these instincts and living out these intuitions and putting them out into the world, creating and manifesting based on your passions and where your gut is leading you. Position number 4 is, what requires a creative solution or response? You have a problem in your life right now, and I feel like Spirit saying, go within, go take a spiritual perspective to this. And maybe you're intellectualizing it too much, when in fact the spiritual approach will help you a great deal. So what area requires you to open your heart? As you may know, the chakra of the Leo zodiac is the heart chakra. So what area requires you to open your heart? We're just going to give you a quick message from Spirit here. I find deeper meaning and personal growth amid the discomfort. So open your heart to the discomfort, to the pain, to the trauma of the past, to the recent hurt, whatever's feeling, whatever you're not addressing because it feels raw or it feels painful. That's where you'll find your greatest meaning, and that's where you'll find your personal growth. So I feel like open your heart to the pain. I know it's hard. I know it's not easy. This is a bit of shadow work that you're being called to do. But just trust that there's a purpose in the pain, and that through that you will grow. I feel like there's a lot of air here, air qualities. For some reason, the wind card stuck out to me. I feel like you need to focus on the element of air, on transition, on transformation, on clearing, on cleansing. So for that, I would love you to have some yellow calcite. Not only is it great for creativity, it's wonderful for you to be optimistic, open-minded, and it's a great stone of the solar plexus, so you can trust your instinct and your intuition. You guys, with every reading, I send out a little love and light and namaste energy. I sincerely hope you received it today. I look forward to seeing you Wednesday for the 3-card love reading, and next Saturday for another full reading. Thanks for joining me. Namaste, Hematite group. Thank you so much for joining me. As I mentioned in the introduction, this reading is all about the full moon in Leo. It is the wolf moon, the first full moon of the new year of 2021. Hopefully this reading will help you set your intentions for the new moon or plan your rituals. So position number 1 is, what is your power under this full moon? By the way, I shuffle the cards and meditate on the cards beforehand. I just like to put a little more energy into them when I'm sitting here with you. So what is your power under the new moon? Vulnerability. That sounds strange, but I'll explain. Vulnerability is a strength. When you're willing to be vulnerable and open and open yourself and courageous, it's a strength. It's a gift. You can be more sensitive to spiritual messages. You're more sensitive to the people around you, the vibrations around you, your own inner voice. So your greatest power under this full moon is vulnerability. Now, as you may know, the chakra of the Leo zodiac is the heart chakra. So your greatest power right now is to be able to open your heart and be receptive to the messages of spirit and what's going on in your heart space, in your inner world. So that's a beautiful strength right now. It's a beautiful power. There's so much strength in vulnerability. What belief or situation or relationship no longer serves you? There's a situation going on here that life is just going to flow from you, or that there's this energy of effortlessness, of waterfall, of just openness and flowing and giving. I'm an intuitive reader, so as I connect more to your energy, I feel like this is about giving and giving and giving. You're giving too much. So in any situation, because you're willing to be vulnerable, I feel like the Hematite group is a very sensitive group. And I feel like you're giving so much that it's no longer serving you. And I feel like it's good to give. It's beautiful to be vulnerable. It's beautiful to be open. Make sure that all that you're giving to those around you, those you love, those at work, is being reciprocated, is being appreciated, and is being valued. Because I think you're giving a little too much of yourself right now, Hematite group. In what area do you need to take more risks? Like the bold Leo lion. What area can benefit you to take more risks, or to take action, or to be bolder? Oh, do we have some people who like to take in rituals, where people like to do some magic? Who do we have out there that the Earth Magic card would come up? I feel like the way you need to take more risks is perhaps in faith or belief, believing in the impossible, believing in the charmed existence, believing in magic, and believing in your ability to manifest. There's a definite magical energy with this fairy card. Take more risks in what you manifest, your affirmations. Sometimes we say, I'm going to have a good day. Take more risks and say, I'm going to have an excellent day. I'm going to have an exceptional day. I will be blessed with abundance beyond my imagination today. Don't be shy to manifest the best, to affirm the best, and to take more risks in what you're willing to believe in and what you're willing to hope in. Position number 4 is, what area requires a more creative solution or response for you? In what areas are you a little bit stymied, maybe looking in, tried and true methods, but maybe you need to be a little bit more outside of the box here. I feel like you need to be a little bit more creative in your passion, in your fire, and expressing your inner vision, and expressing your ideas, and expressing your purpose. Perhaps you're doing it the same way, or the same way that you've grown accustomed to, but you have to step outside of the box when it comes to expressing your ideas, your thoughts, your feelings, perhaps your love for your partner. You have something within you that you need to express, or that you're trying to express, but in actuality you need to step outside of the box and think of a whole new way to express it. Like I say, be it your love, your feeling of romance, your career passion, your creative insights. It's calling you to step outside of the box and express them in a new way, in a different way. Okay, so I'm going to summarize here for you guys. What is your power under the full moon? It's that beautiful open heart and vulnerability and receptivity and sensitivity to spiritual messages and to those around you. That's great. What belief or situation no longer serves you. It's the relationships or the situations in which you give and you give and you give, and it's just you effortlessly give so much. And I need you to be appreciated, valued, and receive in kind. So be a little bit more mindful of how you expend your energy and your love. What area do you need to take more risks? I feel like in your belief, in your magic, in your spiritual magic, in your affirmations, in your manifestation. Believe in the impossible because you're deserving of great, abundant gifts. And what area requires a creative solution or response? How you're expressing yourself. Maybe the message isn't getting through to those you love, or those you're frustrated with, or you're not feeling like you're getting everything you need off of your chest and out into the open. So be more creative about how you're choosing to express yourself and speak your mind. And finally, a message from Spirit about what area requires you to open your heart more. In what ways can you benefit from a more open heart? For the Hematite group. You're a little bit of fearful. I feel like, considering that you're giving, perhaps you're a little bit fearful of receiving. So you have this beautiful vulnerability, and now's the time to take advantage of it. This card says the presence of love will always cast out fear. And I feel like, let people love you back. You're so deserving of love. And people want to love you. And I feel like with the position number 2 of the waterfall, of you giving, and maybe not getting back in return, it could be because you have a wall up. But now, under the full moon, you have this ability to open yourself and be vulnerable. So the presence of love will always cast out fear. Don't be afraid to be loved back. I know you would expect me to give you a love card, a love crystal, for like a heart chakra crystal. I want to give you Dalmatian jasper, and here's why. It's a crystal of family, of friends, of love, of companionship, of commitment, and it's a very grounding stone. And I think you could benefit from that right now in order to overcome your fear of being loved back. You guys, with every reading, I send out a little love and light and namaste energy. I sincerely hope you received it today. I look forward to seeing you Wednesday for the 3-card love reading, and next Saturday for another extended reading. Thanks for joining me. Namaste, Tiger's Eye group. Thank you so much for joining me. As I mentioned in the introduction, this is your reading for the full moon in Leo. It's the wolf moon, the first full moon of 2021. Hopefully this reading will help you set your intentions under the full moon, or plan your rituals. So, position number 1 is, what is your power under this full moon? What are your gifts and your blessings, and how can you best utilize the energy of this full moon? Reflection, winter solstice. Yes, the winter solstice has passed, but you have this power to go within, to step back from things and to look at things from a higher perspective, a more spiritual perspective, to explore your inward journey, to explore your inner world. So there's a silence about you, a tranquility and a peace right now that gives you the ability to explore your emotional and spiritual life, and also be highly receptive to the spiritual energies around you, which is very similar to the Hematite group. Position number 2 is, what belief, situation, or relationship no longer serves you? The full moon is a great time for release work. Now that you've gone from the new moon to the full moon, you get to explore how your plans are going, what's not serving you, what's not helping. And here we have the lotus flower, the opening up. What belief or situation no longer serves you? That maybe it's a fear to open up, a fear to expose yourself, a fear to reveal all this reflection that you're doing inside. Perhaps it's time to express it out into the world. So the belief that no longer serves you is the fact that you're to keep all this beauty and introspection and reflection and insights and intuition to yourself. There's something about unfolding here that you're maybe wanting to stay closed like the lotus and not blossom like this lotus here. You're wanting to keep your petals tight when it's in fact a time for blossoming and a time of sharing. But we will clarify this one. Position number 3 is in what area do you need to take more risks? Be bold like the lion. In what area can you benefit from the lion's boldness? Be grounded. Be vigilant. Be strong. I feel like you're a very emotional person. You're very spiritual. You're real delicate. There's some way where you need to stand your ground. There's some area in which you need to be bold with people. Speak out. Speak your mind. Stand your ground. There's a situation you're going through right now where somebody's trying to get their way or somebody's trying to overlook what you're asking of them. Stand your ground here. You need it. Take the risk. It's going to pay off. If Spirit wants you to take this risk of standing your ground, speaking your mind, and standing up for what you believe, there's something in it. There's a benefit to you. So I feel like there's a situation going on in your life where you need to stand up for yourself. And it doesn't mean you don't love people. It doesn't mean that you're not a good person. It doesn't mean that you're not kind. It's just Spirit saying, stand up for yourself. This one is for you, but you got to grab it. Position number 4 is what areas require a creative solution or response. Here, I really think this is more of a relational spread because here we have synergy, the green man. You're supposed to be working with somebody to create something. You're supposed to be working with somebody, compromising with somebody, but don't compromise your values. Don't compromise your beliefs. There's something where you're supposed to be creating a synergy with somebody, an energy of give and take to create something new. Synergy is when 1 and 2 join together to make a completely different entity of 3. And here you're being required to be creative about how you're going to work with this person. And Spirit's saying, instead of giving up on your values and your desires, be more creative about how to find a compromise without compromising yourself and your values. So this needs a more creative response. Think about how you can work with this person or work within this situation without compromising your beliefs and what you want to take place. I do want to clarify the lotus flower because it's so rich with the meaning. For position number 2, what belief or situation or relationship no longer serves you? Here we have creation. So yes, to elaborate on what I was originally saying, I feel like there's this energy of you needing to share what's within you, an idea, a concept, a creative endeavor, whatever it is. There's something within you that you need to allow to unfold, that you need to allow to come forward. And I feel like you might be holding back on that, a little bit worried that it looks good in your mind or that it seems good in theory, but you're a little bit afraid that maybe it won't be as beautiful and as vivid as you've imagined or you hoped or you dreamed. So this could be a relationship, this could be in your profession. Something within you is wanting to come out and you're scared of manifesting it, or you have some reservations. I want to give you a little message from Spirit about what requires you to open your heart. Just a special card from the Universe has got your back deck. What area requires you to open your heart? In which way can you benefit from opening your heart more? Have some fun. And I feel like that really makes sense given position number 2 of like unfold and allow yourself to create. This card says the universe works fast when I'm having fun. So invite a little bit more fun, carefree energy, joy, playfulness into your life, and you'll notice that creativity and collaboration and all these things you're being asked to do seem to go a little bit smoother and a little bit quicker. So yes, to summarize, I feel that your power under this full moon is reflection, and it's the ability to kind of go inward. But what you're being asked to do is put whatever you've been reflecting on and manifesting inside out into the world, whether it's an idea, an action, a loving gesture. You're being asked to put it out there. What area do you need to take more risks? Stand your ground, stand up for yourself, and hold true to your values. I feel like somebody's asking you to compromise too much. You don't need to compromise, you need to collaborate with this person or this situation. You need to, it could be an earth sign, but you need to collaborate with this person instead of compromising what you want. And remember that to collaborate and to create and manifest, you need to have a little bit of fun. Things will flow more smoothly when you're having fun and enjoying yourself. So for that, I'd love for you to have a little bit of sunstone, because sunstone helps you get connected to your creativity, to your emotions. It's a playful stone. It channels the energy of the sun, and it does help you to be a little bit more self-assured because it channels that lower chakra energy. You guys, with every reading, I send out a little love and light and namaste energy. I sincerely hope you received it today. I look forward to seeing you Wednesday for a 3-card love reading, and next Saturday for another extended reading. Thanks for joining me.